everybody. It's already afternoon. It's 1:45 in the afternoon here in LA. And I wanted to greet you good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, because our topic here is about you, foreign grad nurses. I didn't make this up. This foreign grad nurses was a term given to you by the NCSBN. It used to be international nurses, now it's foreign grad nurses. Domestic grad are graduate here in the United States. The foreign grad nurses are the graduates, nursing graduates outside the US. So now let's see. Before I move forward, let me just give you a good news. As I was preparing this morning, we had a good news. We have a new president-elect in the United States, President-elect Biden and Vice President-elect Harris. So let's congratulate them and let's thank President Trump for his service. So let's go back to foreign grad nurses. Before we move on to the meat of this topic, I'm going to give you a little bit of facts. Number one fact is 25% of nurses who works in all the hospitals all over the US are foreign grad nurses. And majority of those are Filipino nurses. Because you work so hard. You help us so much in our health and taking care of the young, the old, the sick, even the healthy. The most important aspect of what we're going to talk about is to make sure you know your goal. Nurses who graduated outside the US who wanted to come over here, United States, to practice nursing. You gotta have a goal, because it's not gonna happen like, there is a process. If you graduated outside the US, there's hard processes for you to accomplish, all right? And that's the reason why I'm telling you, once you graduate and your goal in life is to come and practice here in the US, you should be starting right now. As soon as you graduate, you should be lining up the exams that you need to do, the steps that you need to accomplish, that kind of thing. Let's get into the steps. And there's several exams that you need to take, all right? Nclex, CGFNS, you have TOEFL, and then you have so many processes that you need to do when you get to the visas. Let me just share with you this Nclex licensure that I did. I just created this so then you have an idea, the first step to get into the Nclex. As I said, if your goal is to come in here and practice nursing in the US or work in the US and migrate to the US, and you're a nurse, you're in luck, because we're back to needing nurses, okay? So this is your, I don't know if you can see it. Let me put it this way. This is the Nclex licensure and test registration overview. Here you are. You just graduated. Get your transcript of records. all right? And then, for example, I mean, you know, you guys are smart. You already know which state you wanted to hit, you know, when you're a graduate of nursing. You wanted to go to California, Chicago, you want to go to Florida, you want to go to New York, you know, that kind of thing. But once you graduate and you know which state you're going to go to, you get in touch with the Board of Nursing of the state where you wanted to go to and ask for the licensure package. Okay, there's fees in this. You don't just get these things. You have to pay the fee to the state where you want to go. For example, state of California, I think it's $110 to get all this. Once you get the license package, they give you all this license applications, fingerprints, they give you the requirements for you. So application for interim permits, ATT authorization, to test regulation requirements, and then the fees. As soon as you get that, you go to view VUE, all right? There's VUE, and then you schedule examinations. These are the usual process. This is, if you can see that, and you know where you can Google the Board of Nursing, the VUE, and you get to the Pearson examinations. So I just wanted to give you this process, put it in your psyche to get into the big picture of this, okay? This is basically the first step, okay? So you got that. All right, and as I said, planning is key in these steps, okay? You just don't like, I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna do this. No, there are exams, there are processes to follow, especially nowadays, you know. So that's the Nclex, and then you gotta go, there are states, you have to find out. There are states that requires you to take the CGFNS. It's the Commission on Graduates of Foreign Nursing Schools, CGFNS. And we're going to go through that, what exactly CGFNS is doing. We're going to give you that. And then there's TOEFL. TOEFL, TOEFL, is Test of English as a Foreign Language. You gotta do that too. So those are the top 3 things that the foreign grad nurses has to go through. And also another tip for you to do is hospitals in the state of California, there's almost 400 hospitals that needs nurses. I mean, here alone, here in this state alone. And then you go to New York, you go to Florida, you go to Chicago, you go to all the smaller states. I'm sure when you write them a letter and you say, I'm a graduate of nursing, I wanted to really come and work, and I wanted to be, you have to create a good story about yourself. And we're going to go through that also, okay?